Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape, home of love. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, whatever that means for you. Last week talk, I said, what is the true Christmas? It's about finding the light within. So today I'm going to talk about what if you found the light? Why would you go back to the dark? But before we do that, let's take a moment. Let's go inside. So bring yourself to a comfortable seated upright position, back straight, hands gently resting on your lap. Gently close your eyes and bring all your awareness to your breath. Take a conscious, long, slow, deep breath in. As you breathe it out, let go of all stress and all tension. Again, breathing in love and peace. Breathing out any and all judgment. One last breath in, bringing in clarity. As you breathe out confusion. Now just settle. Settle into the natural rhythm of your breathing. Observing your thoughts just moving in and out with no attachment. And within your own mind, see yourself surrounded by light. Now see yourself becoming the light. And as you see yourself becoming the light, feel the joy, the peace, the love, the beauty of living as the light. And know in your heart that this is your natural place, your natural state. And so with that in mind, be open to receive new ideas, new ways of seeing your truth that allow you to take that next step forward into awareness, into consciousness, into your own unique, individualized divinity. And just allow yourself to settle here, breathing it in, allowing it to permeate you at the deepest of cellular levels, deepest in your mind. And having done that, in a state of gratitude, bring your awareness back to this time, to this place, to your body. When you're ready, open your eyes, put a smile on your face, ready to receive. So if you found the light, why would you go back to the dark? Here's the key thing. I call it the opening truth. You didn't lose the light. You never lost the light. You didn't miss it. You didn't fail. The light didn't go anywhere. You did. You see, the light's always been with you, but you've taken your focus away from it. The ego has allowed you to focus on things so differently that you forget the individual truth that settles within you. So let's reframe this thing called Christmas. Christmas was never about a day. It was about remembering. It was about remembering presence, oneness, wholeness, allness. It was about remembering clarity. It was about remembering connection. It was about remembering awareness. If you really think about it, the birth of the Christ is the anointed one. The Christ is an idea for a state of open and true, fulfilling, deep, unencumbered consciousness, awareness. To be birthed, it's not really being birthed. It's to reawaken that was your natural state. That's where you've always been. But then when you came into this 3D world, you lost presence, you lost clarity, you lost connection, you lost your level of awareness. So what happens the day after Christmas? The day after, supposedly, we reawaken. life resumes. I got this the other day. I've got it many times after I finished at that memorial. And I was driving home. Guess what? Life just continued on as if that person never lived or lived or died. Life just goes on. It resumes. And when life resumes, normally what happens? Our old patterns return. Patterns of thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling. Not because we have to, but because we're used to them. Let's be honest with one another. We're creatures of habit. As much as we want things, our habits are so deeply ingrained that we continue to go back to them, even though we know they're not going to get us what we want. So what is darkness? Truly, what is darkness really? It's not evil. It's not failure. It's not unconsciousness. Or it is unconsciousness. That's exactly what it is. It's being unaware of your own individualized truth. Darkness is being on autopilot. Darkness is about reacting. Darkness is about habits. Darkness is about forgetting who we are. So darkness is unconsciousness, because if you were conscious, you would be making deliberate, consciously chosen decisions. You would be responding instead of reacting. You would build new habits that would support you. And you would be remembering who you are. The individualization of love itself, connected to the infinite at all levels, all the time. The uncomfortable truth we face is that we often return to darkness simply because it feels familiar. And we love the familiar, don't we? The familiar, though, however, does not equal truth. It's just familiar. There's only one truth. The one truth is that you're aware and that you can see things without attachment if you choose. Familiar does not equal freedom, and that's something to remember. Why the light feels hard? Because light asks something from us. It asks us to be present instead of being in distraction. It asks us to be responsible instead of blame. It asks us to be aware instead of habit. Really think about it. Everything in the world is out there distracting you. Social media, news, entertainment, you name it. It's all a distraction from you understanding your true individualized nature of oneness. And what are you taught? Blame this, blame that. Don't ever accept personal responsibility for things, and yet everything in your life you're 100% responsible for. We have habits. Our habits take us out of awareness. What if we decided to build a habit to be aware? You see, I've learned this. Once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you've touched peace, once you've tasted clarity, once you've felt the truth, pretending becomes exhausting. Because once you've seen something, you can't settle. Settling sucks the energy, the life right out of us because you know you're settling. I don't care what it is, never, ever, ever settle. That's saying to the universe, I'm not worthy, and you are worthy. You were born worthy. You see, feeling unsettled doesn't mean something went wrong. It means something went right. But the old agreement you had was broken. And the real question we must ask ourselves is, are you willing to live from what you know, your new knowing, or are you going to retreat back into a habit? Let me tell you about this. The light does not equal perfection. The light asks for you to be honest in all of your reactions or your responses, to be honest in all of your relationships, to be honest in your self-talk. And this is a big one, because we are the greatest critics of ourselves when we should be our greatest cheerleaders. You notice how good it feels when someone says some kind words to you? Why don't you be the one saying the kind words to yourself? Why don't you be honest with yourself and know that you're the divine expression of God, that's unique, whole, and perfect, that has always been, always will be, and there'll be never anything like you in the planet ever or anywhere. Wow. Now that's a gift. So let's look about where we sabotage ourselves. Here's how it is. We want peace, and we defend our stress. Isn't that a bit ironic? We want peace, but yet we want to control our partner to be a specific way. Well, partner's never going to be the way you want it. So what are you doing? It's an oxymoron. It's a paradox. You can't have peace and defend your stress. We say we want freedom, but we cling to old stories. Clinging to anything takes away freedom. Whether it's stories, desires, wants, it doesn't matter. Freedom means being fully present in the now, no matter what the now is. The hard truth is that life doesn't disappear after Christmas. Our willingness to stay awake does. So how can we become spiritually mature? Spiritual maturity, it's not peak moments. And that's what most people talk about. I had a spiritual experience. It was great. No, that's just an experience. In fact, that's ego. Spiritual maturity, it's daily alignment. You hear this all the time, a persistent and consistent daily spiritual practice of meditation, affirmations, reading, simply being aware, a spiritual practice of kindness. It's who you are when life is inconvenient. It's who you are when people disappoint you. It's who you are when things don't go your way. Now we're talking spiritual maturity, because we all want to do things that are convenient. Sometimes it's not. And guess what? Because you have preferences, people will always disappoint you. And guess what? Things won't always go your way, because you don't control the universe. You only control your perception of it. I want you to know that life lives here. It shows up in how you pause. It shows up in how you speak. It shows up in how you choose. It shows up in how you respond. Are you responding with awareness? Are you responding from love? Are you responding from gratitude? I see, you don't have to find the light again. You just need to stop abandoning yourself. The light came to remind you of who you already are. The real question is, are you willing to live as it, especially when it would be easier not to? That's a true question. Are you willing to pay the price, to establish a new habit, to be the light, to be love in a world that's asking you to not do that? Only you can answer. I want to thank you for joining me. And if this message touched you, go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Go and sign up for my weekly newsletter, my daily thought, keep you informed of all the things going on at Agape. Check out our calendar and how you can plug in. And while you're there, make a donation. Support us as we give this gift to the world. I invite you to sign up and be a regular giver. $5 a week, $10 a week, $5 a month, $10 a month, $100 a week, $100 a month, $1,000 a week, $1,000 a month, whatever it is you feel it's worth. No, I'm here for you every single week in so many ways. I'm here with you daily, in daily meditations online, with daily talks. There's so much to plug into. Also, check the calendar for the upcoming classes in January. That's where the real work happens. And so with that, I ask you, now that you've experienced the light, why the heck would you ever go back?